Texas Ranger Baseball, brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. By Progressive, for a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. By Jack in the Box, we don't make it till you order it. And by Southwest Airlines, fees don't fly with us. Visit southwest.com. Signs everywhere. Signs. That is one of the new dynamics in play here at the ballpark in Arlington. The Rangers fans are being asked to put their thinking caps on, get creative, and show their true colors. Pick a Ranger, any Ranger, and they are sign worthy, no doubt about it. They seem to have fastened in a bit on Josh Hamilton for some reason, Tag. I have no idea why.
The Hambino nickname seems to be popular in the stands.
Well, and that one right there, prescient. No doubt about it that the Rangers have found inventive ways to rally and win ball games. Last night was, boy, one of the all-timers when you really think about it. I mean, the Rangers coughed up leads of 7-0 and 9-3. And Nolan Ryan has not signed off on that one officially, but that's pretty good too. That win yesterday was the first time the Rangers won when making 5 errors in a game in more than 10 years. Just the 4th time they've ever done that. 18 hits yesterday, and still they needed a little bit of pluck, a little bit of luck, and a lot of Ramon Vazquez to pull that thing off yesterday. Vazquez coming up with 4 hits that trumped his 3 errors. Shades of Bob Brenly. Back in 1986, Bob Brenly had 4 errors in a game playing third base. He was out of position playing third base, and then he hit the game-winning home run in a game for the Giants against the Braves back in 1986. Ramon Vazquez more recently, July 29, 2008, 3 errors and not a walk-off homer, but a walk-off double. And the second walk-off hit he's had against his former team this year. That's got to be a thrill for Ramon.
You could tell he was happy after that game. A lot of emotion going through his mind after that game.
As for the lineup that Vicente Padilla will face tonight, you've got Ichiro at the top, Jeremy Reed and Raul Ibanez. Ibanez on the trade block supposedly, but he's out there tonight. Beltre's the cleanup hitter. Jose Lopez, a 16-game hitting streak. Brian LaHare has homered in back-to-back games. Miguel Cairo plays first. Kenji Jojima is the catcher. Willie Bloomquist at short. And Vicente Padilla, as we mentioned, on the mound with a record of 12-5. We'll scout him out in just a moment. The Rangers looking for their 56th win of 2008. They're in that wild card chase, and they will need a healthy, strong Padilla to make that happen.
Check out the Rico scouting report. Fine season for Vicente. He's 12-5. The ERA's inflated primarily because of the 2 starts before he went on the disabled list when he was hurt. He's given up 19 home runs, a little bit high, tied for 2nd most in the American League. This year against Seattle, he's got a nice ERA at 2.0. He has 2 no decisions, and he's 1-0. 3 starts against the Mariners.
Well, Padilla, as we mentioned, Tag, I think that the most compelling number with Padilla is the simple fact that when he starts, the Rangers have won 75% of the time. And sometimes it's taken a little bit of Ranger offense to make that work for him. As for the Ranger defense, here's what we're looking at. Frank Catalanato getting a chance to play first base. The Rangers without Michael Young tonight, without Milton Bradley tonight. And Chris Davis has to play third base, but he's done that before. Not a lot at the big league level. But he's got plenty of experience at the so-called hot corner.
The other day when Chris came into the game and played a bunch of innings at third, he didn't have many chances. If he was playing third last night, it was the hot corner last night. Boy, Ramon had all sorts of balls hit his way, and not many of them were easily fielded. They were tough balls in between hops. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier over there for Chris tonight. The ball won't be taking those strange bounces.
Things have cooled down a bit to 90 degrees at game time. We had 99 in the Metroplex today. As I'm sure you're well aware, it's been a trifle on the hot side the last couple of weeks. There's rain all around us, but not actually at the ballpark right now, so we're playing ball right on time. And Ichiro steps away from one, goes ahead 3-0. He's a career .548 hitter against Vicente Padilla. a down year for Ichiro, even though he's hitting close to 300. He's going to take a walk right away. 34 for 37 stealing bases, so not a guy you want hanging out at first base with designs on moving towards second. Saltalamacchia, the catcher, and obviously we've talked a lot and in very glowing terms about Gerald Laird, but you know, Salty's been coming on at that catcher's position too.
Yeah, he had a big game right before Gerald came back in Oakland. And Gerald earned a night off after last night. I doubt he's ever had a game where he ran the bases more than he did last night. And they weren't just running the bases, they were having to really go to get to the last base with a head first slide one time, a slide to beat a throw another time. He was on base all night long. Combine that with a relatively long game and catching, and he definitely deserved an off night tonight. Probably needed one.
There's the first strike from Padilla tonight. You know, hockey has those stars of the game, the number 3 star, the number 2 star, the number 1 star. They count it down. It's kind of a big production in the NHL. Baseball doesn't have that, but it dawned on me, Tag, it would have been tough to pick the 3 stars last night. Laird would have had to have been on the list. I'm not sure if he would have been number 3, number 2, or number 1. 1-2 the count here to Jeremy Reed. But certainly Laird, having been on base 4 times, as you said, running the bases, calling a good game. Marlon Byrd had 4 runs batted in. Milton Bradley got off quickly with the 3 hits in his first 3 at bats. You had Vasquez with 4 hits yesterday, including the game winner.
Well, you couldn't go wrong with any of those 4, that's for sure.
Two balls, 2 strikes now to Jeremy Reed. Now the Rangers winning last night despite the 5 errors, despite 10 runs by the opponent, despite a blown save, etc., etc. Fly ball into center field, tracked and caught by Marlon Byrd.
Josh Hamilton is getting sort of a night off tonight. He's going to DH. Michael Young is not playing tonight. Emily Jones talked to Michael before the game, and Michael said he felt okay to play last night. Actually felt pretty good, but he knew when he woke up today that that finger was going to be too sore to play. He's hoping to be able to play tomorrow. Thinks that he'll be able to play tomorrow. And of course, Milton pulled up on a ball that he ran out at first base with a sore quadricep. But without Milton, without Michael, and with Josh as the DH, a little bit different look to the team tonight.
Well, the Rangers winning yesterday with a less than healthy Michael Young, a less than healthy Milton, with Kinsler going 0 for 5. It shows you again the depth on this Rangers team.
One thing that we saw the last couple of times from Vicente, he's starting to use that slow curveball a little bit more every game. And he's starting to throw it for a strike a little bit more often. And it's actually becoming a pretty effective pitch for him. It was kind of a novelty item when he first started to do it once or twice a game. But now, a lot of times he's started to hit her off with it for strike 1. And it kind of works a little bit like a like a changeup. And not many hitters have put it in play yet. And really not many even swing at it. Most of them take it because they're fooled by it a little bit. And the key is to be able to throw it for a strike and take advantage of it. And he's starting to do that.
Padilla's doing a nice job of keeping the ball in the yard of late too. He has allowed 19 home runs this year. It's a pretty high total, but none in his last 3 ball games now. It's a Seattle team that isn't known for hitting the long ball, but boy, you'd never know it from this series. They've got 6 home runs in 2 games. Belted into right, a base hit for Ibanez. Ichiro pulls up and stops at second. Adrian Beltre will be the batter. Now, Beltre doesn't have a high career batting average against Padilla, but he does have 4 home runs against Padilla. He's only got a couple of singles against Vicente, but he does have 4 home runs. There's another guy that is on that so-called trade block. Or at least you hear the rumors of Beltre going somewhere else. We're starting to hear a lot of big names being mentioned, and boy, one big name was traded today. A former Ranger great, I'm sure you know him, probably still love him. Pudge Rodriguez is no longer a Detroit Tiger. He is, of all things, a New York Yankee.
Well, Tigers figure they had someone who could catch, Brandon Inge, but they had to have help late inning bullpen. And they got Kyle Farnsworth. That should help them. Yankees had to have more depth in the catching department. Had Jose Molina, but if he got hurt, they had no one else.
Had time been called? Apparently, yes. And Paul Nauert appears to be wanting to speed up the proceedings here. Padilla has not exactly done the Mark Burley Express to start this game. And you heard the explanation there from Paul Nauert about what was going on there. Beltre is calling time, cannot cause a balk. Beltre takes a big swing and he pops it way up for Saltalamacchia to handle, and he's got it.
Well, the reason for that, Josh, is let's say you're in a ball game, man on third base, tie game in the 9th inning. The hitter could try to trick the pitcher by doing that right at the last minute before the umpire could grant him time to try to make the pitcher balk. I've never seen that before that I can remember, but that's a good ruling by the umpire. Beltre obviously called time, even if the umpire didn't get his hands up.
Jim Riggleman put the belt into Beltre yesterday, took off the belt from his jersey, gave it to the pinch runner Jared Washburn yesterday. One of the more unusual sightings we've seen all year. I mean, just the fact that a pitcher would be pinch running is unusual, but there was Washburn saying, hey, I'd love to go out there, but I don't have a belt. And there's the manager saying, well, here, take mine, son.
And people might say, well, why didn't Washburn have a belt on? Well, the farthest thing from his mind was that he was going to get into the game last night. He's a starting pitcher. He wasn't scheduled to pitch, so just kind of relaxing on the bench watching a ball game.
And then suddenly he was scoring the go-ahead run, making it 10-9 in the 9th. The Rangers having committed that 5th error of the evening. There's a lot of teeth gnashing and forehead smacking going on. It looked bad at that point, but the Rangers found a way. Final score yesterday, 11-10. Seventh straight game, the Rangers ended up with at least 10 hits. They blew past 10 hits yesterday. They had 18. And so much damage from the bottom of the order yesterday. We talked about Laird and Vasquez. Ground ball near short, and there is Vasquez, yesterday's hero. Ends the first inning with the flip to Ian Kinsler. Kinsler coming in to lead off against Miguel Batista when we come back to Arlington.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live
and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Mortal, and all my games are live
Live and on demand.
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton.
And all my games are live on MLB.tv.
Live and on demand.
On MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Batista, the 37-year-old right-hander, has been back and forth from the bullpen to the rotation this year. Well, yesterday, the Rangers faced Carlos Silva, who's 4-12. And tagged tonight, they get a guy who is 4-11.
Yeah, this season has not gone well for Batista, much like it hadn't gone very well and continued not to go very well for Carlos Silva last night. Batista's gotten bounced around on a fairly regular basis this year. We'll check out the Rico scouting report. 4-11, 667 tells a lot. 17 starts. His ERA is close to 7. He's also had some relief appearances as well. Boy, there's a fortunate rope hit right straight at the third baseman.
That's the third baseman who does not wear, shall we say, protection in a sensitive area, we are told, too. So he's got to make those plays.
Thrown less than 5 innings in 4 of his last 5 starts. In fact, this year he's had 5 starts where he hasn't gone more than 3 innings. He's gone 6 innings only 4 times in 17 starts and only once in his last 11 starts. So he hasn't lasted very long, and while he's been in there, he hasn't pitched very well. He's a much better pitcher than that, but this year has not been a year that he will be very proud of when he looks back on it, unless he finishes strong.
Here's another guy for whom the rumor mill is churning rather loudly, Frank Catalanato. He sends one high, fairly deep in left field. But there's Ibanez making the catch. Elsewhere defensively for these Seattle Mariners, they're only 40-66 this year after winning 88 games last year. Beltre, Bloomquist giving Betancourt tonight off there at short. You've got Lopez at second, Cairo at first. No, Tag, we've been talking about the upcoming trade deadline and whether Beltre has moved or Ibanez has moved or nobody's moved. Seattle always seems to be a team, or at least in the past they've been, very active on July 30th or July 31st. The Jason Varitek for Heathcliff Slocum deal was one that did not work out real well. Derek Lowe was in that deal too. That was July of '97. Then the very next July, they dealt the big unit, and they ended up getting Carlos Guillen and Freddie Garcia in that deal. So that one actually worked out okay. But these are the days, I guess, July 30th and July 31st, where everybody seems to be kind of looking over their shoulders and just wondering and waiting and watching who's going where. David Murphy at the plate. He was a guy involved in a trade deadline deal last year, the Eric Gagne trade, that looks better and better for the Rangers as the days go by. Swinging and driving it to left, but Ibanez fading back, and he will make the catch. So Miguel Batista, who's had first inning problems this year, no such problems tonight. There is no score.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news.
With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Even when you can't watch your favorite team, you can know what's happening with MLB.com's mobile team alerts, now including video alerts for your video-enabled phone. You'll get video highlights minutes after they happen, text messages on home runs, lead changes, and more. Everything you need to stay informed throughout the season for just $3.99 per month. Sign up now and pick your favorite team. Text MLB to 65246. For complete details, go to MLB.com/mobile.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live
And on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Welcome to the new and improved MLB.com. Experience the game like never before with MLB.com's Game Day. Real-time pitch type and in-game video highlights moments after they happen. Have those same highlights sent straight to your video-enabled phone with MLB.com's mobile team alert. And if you can't get to the game, watch every out-of-market game this season live with high-quality streaming video exclusively on MLB.tv. Only on MLB.com, where baseball is always on.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Mortal. And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Say
MLB.
hello to Jim Knox.
All right, hello to you, to Josh and Tom. Fox Box, place to be. Discount tickets right here in the Fox Box, $12 seats. This guy's birthday is tomorrow. Well, tonight, whether it's a birthday or not, you can be right here in the Fox Box. Call 972-RANGERS or log on to TexasRangers.com/hot ticket time for those $12 seats for Thursday's game. Make that Friday's game. How about Friday's game to Toronto? Nice play by Ian Kinsler. Well, wait a second for that one, Josh. You want to see a replay of that? Let's go, huh?
Okay, sure. I'm in. Watch this, Jim.
Ian's playing back on the grass to begin with, and that probably allowed him to be deep enough to get the angle to be able to catch that line drive. That was pretty.
Brian LaHare can't believe his misfortune right there. One down. Jim, I'm sorry, as you were saying.
Okay, as I was saying, more signs, corporate family from Ennis comes. And what do we have here?
We believe, and we do believe, that the Rangers can go the distance all the way to the championship this year, wild card. All right, so they can do it. And I give a shout out to my mom. I know everything's gonna be all right, Granny.
There we go. Good luck, Granny. And also a 62-year wedding anniversary being celebrated tonight. And this is Tallest, and also Blanche. Give me your secret, being married 62 years.
Never assassin her.
Never assassin. Okay, that's a good secret. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, well, we will. Thank you very much, Tallest. Josh.
A no sass zone. That is good advice. 62 years. Wow. Remember that tag. No sassin.
No sassin. I've already failed, I think.
You're the silent assassin. Kenji Jojima with 2 outs here in the second inning. Not the best year ever for Kenji Jojima, a guy that both in Japan and as a Seattle Mariner has been about a 290, 295-ish kind of a hitter. He's at 209 this year. Popping that one down the first baseline. Catalanato giving chase. He can't make the play, but it's a souvenir in the second row.
I guess after last night's game, you might have wondered if Jojima would be able to play tonight. CJ hit him with a pitch in the 9th inning, and he had to come out of the ball game. Obviously, he's okay.
One-two delivery down the left field line. That's fair. Brandon Boggs will go get it. That is a 2-out 2-strike double for Jojima.
Yeah, Padilla did Jojima a favor right there. He threw him that slow curve and hung it right up in his eyes, and he hit it pretty well down the left field line.
We are seeing a lot of that pitch as the season goes along. That big slow curveball.
The one way that pitch will get hit is if you leave it up like that. Then it becomes a pretty good pitch to swing at. Most of them that he throws, though, are kind of down and a little bit out of the strike zone. And then if you do swing at it, there's not much you can do with it.
It brings up Willie Bloomquist, number 9 hitter. And for whatever reason, number 9 hitters have given Vicente Padilla fits this year. The 2 hitter, the 3 hitter, the 4 hitter, those guys are all hitting around 240 this year against Padilla. Number 9 guys are hitting around 320. Little looper. Kinsler going and cannot get that one. Boy, a little broken bat bloop shot by the number 9 guy. And it's 1-0 Seattle. Well, that's too bad. You had 2 outs and nobody on. Jojima jumps on the hanging curve, doubles, and Bloomquist knocks him in.
Well, Vicente ran a good fastball right in on his fists. All it was a little chip shot into right field, but it was effective. Don't worry too much about that. There's not much you can do about it. The little blooper. The one Vicente would like to have back was that slow curveball that he hung up in the eyes for Jojima to get on second base with.
And there are 3 hits now on the board for Seattle, 1 through the order. Top of the order, Ichiro walked his first time. Today is the 35-year anniversary of Jim Bibby's Ranger no-hitter. This date, 1973, against the Oakland A's. Not a lot went right in that 1973 season, but the Jim Bibby no-hitter is high up on the list. First no-hitter in franchise history, that one. Ichiro pops one in the air. Saltalamacchia coming back, but is out of room. The rain is starting to come on down. The fans are starting to scatter. We mentioned some pockets of rain that we had noticed in Fort Worth on the radar. One of those pockets has drifted here to Arlington. Well, again on that trade wire, the big news tonight is about Pudge Rodriguez going to the Yankees. Yesterday, the big news was about another former Ranger, Mark Teixeira, joining the Angels. The Angels leading Boston tonight 3-0 in the 5th inning.
Things are a little bit disruptive in Boston right now with that Manny Ramirez situation. That's ugly right now.
Manny making a lot of noise about wanting out.
They don't want me. I don't want them. They don't appreciate me. As he loafs out every ground ball that he hits.
Pete Rose was Charlie Hustle. You're saying Manny's Charlie Loaf?
Yep, that's what he looks like to me.
The Jack-in-the-Box standings currently, Boston 2.5 behind the Rays, who've already gone final today. Tampa Bay beat Toronto 3-2.
You know, you may not be happy somewhere, but when you've got a contract, you owe it to your owner and your fans to play 100% all the time and battle out your situation behind closed doors with the front office. But to openly go out and not try in a baseball game because you're unhappy with ownership is very childish, and it goes beyond Manny being Manny. It affects the integrity of the game, and to me is a huge black spot on his career, regardless of how many home runs he has and how great a player he's been and what he's meant to the franchise and how many World Series they've won while he's been there. The bottom line is great players don't act like that and don't play like that.
Now, MBM does not stand for Manny being mature. That's never been in play. But you're right. I mean, it's time, especially now with the team in a division race and a wild card race.
Manny being Manny is kind of cute. That's kind of funny little things
harmless
here.
Stuff.
This is not harmless. This is beyond that. Look at that.
Ichiro, a roller to third. Quick release, but no, because that's Ichiro running. Even though Chris Davis played it very well, he just was not going to get him.
Well, he's got 3,000 hits, and I'll bet you 600 of them just like that. But that, you know, again, that's his game. You can't hold it against him for those cheap hits because that's his game. Put the ball in play and run. And a lot of his hits aren't hit very hard. Now, a lot of them are, too. And it doesn't take away from the greatness of Ichiro, but that's one of the parts of his game that has made him great and allowed him to get that many hits, infield hits and bloopers. And there's a lot of them.
Brings up Jeremy Reed, who's going to check his swing. It's funny when the media asked him a couple of years ago, how would you change baseball, Ichiro, if you could change one thing? He actually said, I would shorten the distances between the bases by a foot. The guy already makes his living, like you say, Tom, beating out those choppers to short and rollers to third by a half step. Now he wants to beat him out by 3/4 of a step.
You know, the funny thing is he'd still be out by a half a step about the same amount of times. He'd get more hits, but he's still going to be out by a half a step. So you could just say every time, I want to shorten it a foot, I want to shorten it a foot. And finally, it'd be about a foot away. All you have to do is hit the ball, take one step, and you'd be safe.
That'll be the most boring game ever.
Try throwing me out.
Rain seems to have let up again. Here's a 1-1. And a ground ball is going to find left field. Up with the ball is Brandon Boggs. No play. Boy, and from out of nowhere, remember it was 2 out, nobody on. 4 straight hits now for Seattle. Ibanez coming up, and the Mariners lead by 2.
Well, the last 3 have been soft hits. Bloomquist, a broken bat blooper. Ichiro might not have broken his bat, but he could have on that little ground ball. And this is pretty good hitting by Reed. Strokes the ball into left field. But the pitch in the at bat that hurt the most after 2 quick outs was the hanging slow curveball to Jojima. A guy that's hitting 209. You don't really have to fool Jojima at this stage anyway. He's a good hitter. He's a 290 hitter, but not this year. I think if you just go after him with your good sinker, hard breaking ball, and save the slow curveball for the guys that are a little bit more dangerous. In that particular case, I think Vicente did him a favor. And that really started the inning for him with 2 outs.
Here comes the rain again. And here comes Ibanez to the plate. Ibanez swinging from his heels. Off-speed pitch, and he's out in front. Boston's back to within 3-2 against the Angels. Coco Crisp has just hit a home run. That's Joe Saunders on the mound for the Angels tonight. What a year he's having. Ground ball, Kinsler tears after it, and the fielder's choice. They'll get Padilla off the mound yet again. 2 runs in for Seattle, though. Josh Hamilton and company coming up in rainy Arlington when we come back.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Mortal, and all my games are live
Live and on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Frente a Batista, que está con ventaja ahora contra los Rangers en el tercer partido de la serie. Le recordamos que esta acción la puede escuchar en español el día de hoy en FSN, ya sabe la clave. Agarre su control remoto y lo busque en el menú, el botón de el SAP, y lo escucha en español el día de hoy con un servidor, Eleno Ornelas, a través de FSN. Vámonos con la acción. Aquí en
Thanks,
el
Leno.
cierre.
The SAP broadcast brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. The Rangers taking aim here with Josh Hamilton at the plate. Trailing 2-0, we've seen some intermittent rain showers to get this one going tonight. About 3 minutes of rain, then nothing, then 3 minutes of rain again. Hamilton clobbers one way up there to right field. That's as majestic of a home run as you're ever going to see. You talk about a towering blast. There's Josh Hamilton hitting number 25 to make it 2-1.
Well, in Josh's repertoire, that won't go down as one of his longer home runs, but it'll have to go down as one of his higher home runs. That thing, I lost track of it up there. Looked up in the sky and couldn't see it.
Tom Grieve on the DL with a sore neck.
That had some hang time.
Good gravy. Rangers quickly back to within 2-1. That is also RBI number 104 for the Hambino.
He got that ball in where he wanted it, but I guess he didn't get it in far enough.
Bird up over top. It's 0-2. Still very close to an RBI per game pace for Josh Hamilton.
That was one of those swings that if he'd hit a little bit more of the ball, didn't get underneath it quite as much, that would have been one of those home run contest tape measure shots.
Like watch out on I-30 kind of home run shots.
Maybe the roof would have been in jeopardy. You know, there's been a lot of speculation starting in spring training. Could anyone hit one up there? And if anyone could, it might be Josh. I don't know if anyone could, but if he got a little bit more of that ball with that trajectory, a little less trajectory, who knows? But it would have been fun to see where it would have gone. Probably about 3/4 of the way up in the upper deck.
When Jerry Hairston Jr. was on the team, we would joke, and that was all per Jerry, about Hairston country. You know, the home run.
That's because he called it Hairston country.
Yeah.
We didn't make that up.
That didn't come from us or anything, but there really is such a thing, I believe, as Hamilton country, though. I mean, if you are in the second deck of that right field home run porch, you are within the city limits of Hamilton country.
The true Hamilton country are those areas of Yankee Stadium that he hit balls that have been unexplored for 100 years. That is really his own country.
A lot of pitchers have had their passport stamped in 2008. Brandon Boggs, a line shot knocked down by Netman.
Great try.
That's what you get for using the glove and not the net, Netman.
That was a tough one to net right there. That might have gone right through his net. That man's versatile. He can get you with a glove, he can get you with a net.
Boggs creams one to right field, but that one is bending and going foul in that middle deck, which does not see a lot of traffic.
It was a 1-2-3 inning for Carlos Silva last night in the first inning, and then the barrage began. I don't know if the barrage is beginning right now, but it might be.
The Rangers are barrage worthy. Even without Young and Bradley in the lineup tonight, they are absolutely a team that, well, as the Mariners found out yesterday, can put 11 runs on you. Last night was the Rangers' 4th victory this year when they've allowed 10 or more runs. They have out-hit their own pitching at times this year. The record, we are told, for most wins in a season when the opponent scores double digits. The 1999 Rockies, maybe not surprisingly. Back before the humidor at Coors Field, 7 times they won games that year when giving up at least 10. I'd have to imagine Ron Washington would appreciate a win when not giving up 10. Wash is on record saying he loves a 3-2 game. Best of all.
Well, you were like the Tampa Bay Toronto game today then. That was 3-2.
And the Rays do not look like they're about to crumble. 9th pitch of the at bat coming. We'll see number 10 from Batista in uno momento. Batista's not a guy who throws his fastball a whole heck of a lot. Crafty, I guess, is a good way to describe him. You hear that with lefties a lot, not with righties, but he's a guy that relies on his guile more than straight power. We'll see an 11th pitch now coming to Boggs. And Batista, if you don't know his story, he's essentially baseball's Renaissance man. He's obviously a pitcher, but also a poet, an author, a musician. He's written a crime novel in his 2nd language. Batista spoke no English till he was in high school. But he's written a kind of a whodunit kind of a book in English. Boggs to right, taking off, gone! Great at bat for Brandon Boggs. We're tied.
Maybe the barrage has begun.
Pitch after pitch.
You go back to the 1st inning, and it was a 1-2-3 inning. But Ian Kinsler hit a rocket right at Beltre at 3rd for an out. And Catalinato and Murphy flat out to the warning track on solidly hit balls. So there hasn't been many at-bats in this game so far where Batista's fooled anybody. That ball was actually outside corner, and he yanked it out of the ballpark in right field.
11th pitch of the at-bat. And now Davis is going to zoom one into right center field. It bounces by Ichiro. And Crush Davis is going to pull into second base. Yeah, I would say the barrage has begun, Mr. Grieve. 2 home runs and a double in the 2nd inning.
Well, right now he's struggling to find a pitch that can get the Ranger hitters off the good part of the bat. That was a slider, it looked like. Chris had one of the more amazing hits in the game last night when he rolled that single up the middle on a sinker that couldn't have been more than 6 inches off the ground. Actually hit it pretty well, too.
Everybody's impressed with 22-year-old Chris Davis. Josh Hamilton is on the list. And what you're saying, Tom, and have been saying for weeks now, the adjustments. I mean, obviously 10 home runs in 5 weeks in the big leagues, that's impressive, but the fact that he's hitting close to 300 as a batting average, I think, is as impressive.
I think the best example of making an adjustment was in Oakland when Alan Embry was pitching. A left-hander, he was throwing 95 miles an hour. 2nd pitch of the at-bat, he jammed him with a fastball, busted him in, and he hit a little blooper foul over 3rd base. And then 2 pitches later, he threw the same pitch, and Chris pulled it 400 feet out of the ballpark down the right field line. That is an amazing adjustment over a couple of pitches.
Salty Lamacchia works the count to 2-0. We'll be hearing from Salty later on tonight, part of our Texas truck stop. Wonder if it's you or if it's me, Tag, the person he admires most. I'm going to guess no. Might be you, won't be me.
I think it's a pretty safe bet that no would be the answer. I don't take offense to it, though.
No.
As hard as I've tried to gain his admiration.
The 2-0 pitch to Saltalamacchia is going to find the crowd. It's 2-1. All right, let's find the scoreboard real quick here. Cleveland leading Detroit 8-6. Again, the Tigers are now pudgeless. They've dealt Pudge Rodriguez to the Yankees for Kyle Farnsworth today. Do you speak Saltalamacchia, Tag?
No, but I can spell it.
Yeah, but we've been practicing for about a year and a half now. 3-1 to Salty. It is much easier just to say Salty. And the manager is on that list as well of guys that don't even try with Saltalamacchia, just Salty. Salty's going to take a walk. The Marlon Byrd strikeout, the only out of the inning so far. Vasquez comes up. That's the guy that broke Jim Riggleman's spirit last night.
Well, Seattle's not in great shape tonight as far as a long man goes. Roy Corcoran threw a bunch of pitches last night. Sean Green pitched again. Putz and Morrow aren't long men. Jimenez has pitched a little bit. Rhodes is not a long man. I guess if they had to go to someone early in the game, it would probably be Mark Lowe. But I think what Jim Riggleman's thinking right now is he hopes that Batista settles down and gives him 6 innings. That'll make it a lot easier for the bullpen. That's goes without saying.
Now Vasquez providing a very exciting finish last night. Ended up with a 4-hit game yesterday. That's a rarity to have a 4-hit game from your number 9 hitter. It's only happened 19 times in Ranger history, we are told. And Vasquez has been that guy twice, getting at least 4 hits from that number 9 spot in the order. He did it in that 30-3 game in Baltimore last year. The second walk-off hit against his former organization this year. He beat him with a home run back in May. Last night it was a 9th inning double.
That's pretty much what Batista has to do. Throw that cutter backdoor on the corner, get it. Left-hand hitter to swing it one down and in. He's had a lot of walks this year too. He's walked 58 batters in 86 innings.
One thing he has not done is gone deep into games. He'll not be around for 9th inning heroics like this tonight. There was Vasquez getting it by Ichiro, and well, you talk about making amends. 3 errors, but then that. He wasn't too happy about that, was he?
That was the ultimate redeemer.
Yep. Inside corner. We mentioned Batista. I mean, a guy that has gone deep into games before, but his last start tag, they said he was fatigued and had to come out. That was at 82 pitches.
He's only gone 6 innings in a start in his last 11 starts one time. 5 starts, he's gone less than 3 innings this year.
Line shot foul. One of those, I'm sorry, Tag. Well, I was just going to say one of those funny little stats regarding Vasquez, but I think it's telling that the Rangers have gone 18-3 this year when he drives in a run. Sometimes that can be a kind of a random stat, but I think there's something to it with Ramon Vasquez. He just seems to contribute.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that says, other than you've got so many good hitters in the lineup. When you add RBIs from Ramon, it just kind of puts him over the hump as far as high-scoring games go.
Muscling that one towards right. We're locked up by Ichiro. 28 pitch second inning for Batista.
I want to make the call right here.
Little Ian Kinsler action.
Yep.
All right.
He was right on a pitch in the first inning that he hit the third base. Probably not real happy with the game last night from a personal standpoint. Very happy with the win. He was out there jumping up and down with everybody else.
He was on deck when it all came to an end. Was ready to wipe clean an 0 for 5 night, but never got the chance. Vasquez beat him to the punch. Getting it done as the leadoff man all year. Check the Ford leaderboard. And in Ranger history, only Mick the Quick, a better batting average as a leadoff man. That was back in 1980. A throw to nobody in particular. Nice job by Lopez to go in back of the bag.
There's a lot of daylight between Chris and second base. Problem was there was no one there to catch the ball.
Had somebody been breaking, maybe they got a shot, but rain has gone away again. Skies appear to be brightening right now. Kinsler continues to lead the league in batting average, but only by a point now over A-Rod. He does lead the league in runs scored by a healthier margin by 16 runs. Could this be your call, Mr. Grieve? Deep drive left field. Almost. Ibanez slams into the wall. And he's got the baseball.
That's as close as I've come in 3 years.
Ibanez peeled it off of that fence. And the Rangers are turned away. They strand 2, having scored 2. We are at the end of 2. And the Rangers going long ball. Knotted up with Seattle.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live
And on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Even when you can't watch your favorite team, you can know what's happening with MLB.com's mobile team alerts, now including video alerts for your video-enabled phone. You'll get video highlights minutes after they happen, text messages on home runs, lead changes, and more. Everything you need to stay informed throughout the season for just $3.99 per month. Sign up now and pick your favorite team. Text MLB to 65246. For complete details, go to MLB.com/mobile.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Dealers also by Geico Insurance and by Pennzoil. Vicente Padilla now is even Steven. A 2-2 ball game as the Rangers hit a couple home runs to support him in that second inning. I guess we're pretty much ready to put to rest the whole home run derby thing, fouling up the swing of Josh Hamilton potentially, because he's been pounding home runs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the evidence would show for all the guys that have taken part in that home run hitting contest. If I had to venture a guess, I would guess that for most of them it didn't mess up their swing. You mentioned Bobby Abreu and the fact that it looked like it might have happened to him, and it probably did. Either that or he was due to go in a slump anyway. I'm not sure which. But I'm not sure it holds true. I mean, there's a lot of times Josh and other guys are doing the same thing in regular batting practice.
I can see it maybe messing up your swing for the actual All-Star game. I mean, if you want to take it to that level, that you wore yourself out the day before, you're in that groove, but to carry it out for weeks and weeks, I don't see the evidence either.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with a player if he thinks that's what happened.
Now, is that the official reason that A-Rod did not want to be part of the Derby?
Alex said that he talked to Bobby Abreu, and the reason he didn't, at least this was what was reported, the reason why he didn't want to take part was that the possibility existed that it would mess up his swing. Now, he's been in them before, and maybe he felt like it did. And if that's the case, then he shouldn't take part in it. And you have to respect the player's view on that if that's what he feels.
Full wind in the 2-2, almost hitting Beltre, 3-2. The aforementioned Bobby Abreu hit a couple of home runs today. The Yankees took care of business, beat Baltimore 13-3. A-Rod had a home run too. Jabba Chamberlain the win. We're going to see Jabba on this very mound on Monday against the Rangers. Base hit for Beltre in the left. Already that is 6 base hits now for Seattle. The Yankees are coming to town next week. Pudge Rodriguez will be in the mix for the New York Yankees. How about that? You'll see A-Rod and Pudge and Bobby Abreu and Giambi, etc. That's a progressive upcoming schedule of Ranger games. A lot of home games. Rangers in a stretch right now where they play 20 of 26 here in Arlington. It is the best available time frame, obviously, to make a move. Finally put one of those long win streaks together. High fly ball by Lopez down the left field line into the crowd. You touched on it the other day, Tag. That really is the one thing that has eluded the Rangers this year, is that even 5 or 6 game win streak, let alone the 8 or 9.
Even since they've started to play well after the first few weeks of the season, it's been, as we've already talked about a lot, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. But it hasn't been 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row.
Now that the Rangers are running out of time, we're at the 2/3 mark of the season tonight. I don't think you're in a situation where you can say that, hey, if you just keep winning 2 out of 3, it's all going to work out. You do need to mix in one of those 7 or 8 game win streaks. And obviously with a team at home now for an 11 game homestand, no time like the present. Lopez, a 16 game hitting streak right now, was induced to hit the ball on the ground in the first inning. Runner goes, this time a bloop shot. Whoa, right near the chalk. That is foul. Jerry Crawford said so, and who are we to disagree?
That was almost a disastrous little blooper. That would have been first and third, nobody out.
A DLB, disastrous little blooper.
Yeah. Sure looked like it was going to be fair when he hit it. That's flying down the line. That man's got competition down the right field line now.
Dueling nets?
Dueling nets. That man's kind of forsaken his spot down the left field line for that one down the right field line.
That's the original. Infield hangs a double play depth again. Padilla with the 2-2. Tied him up. Strike 3. Lopez, who has really been hurting the Rangers all year, 0 for 2 against him tonight.
Good changeup. It's actually a strike even if he didn't swing at it. That's how much that ball dropped right at the end. Fooled Lopez.
Oh, Brian.
Brian LaHare, who lined to Kinsler last inning. Kinsler making a highlight reel stab of the ball. Now that was not even your garden variety slow curveball from Vicente. That was more of the Dave LaRoche lob right there. 54 miles an hour. Almost an ephus. You ever have a home run or a double off an ephus?
No.
You ever make contact off an ephus?
I don't think I ever had someone throw me an ephus. Steve Hamilton used to throw the left-hand pitcher, tall left-hand pitcher for the Yankees. He used to throw, I don't even know what he called that thing, but he threw a high fly. He threw like a slow pitch softball pitch. He basically threw a pop-up to the catcher and could throw it pretty accurately too. I don't think he ever thought highly enough of my ability to waste it on me. Nor do I know if I ever batted against him for that matter.
2-1 to Brian LaHare. Rip Sewell supposedly was the guy that first threw the ephus pitch. That great big arc back in the 1930s. I believe it was Rip Sewell who coined the phrase ephus. A little bit of everything here from Padilla tonight. It's 2-2.
Well, nothing wrong with mixing in a lot of different pitches. Vicente, I think, is, if you looked at Vicente, you'd say hard sinker, hard breaking ball. And so the more off-speed pitches he can throw, the tougher those other pitches become. The slow curveball is one. The changeup that he's throwing, splitter, whatever it is another one.
Supposedly the only home run that Rip Sewell ever allowed off the ephus pitch was the one that Ted Williams hit in the All-Star game. That's like the perfect storm, though. You know, when a hitter
took
like
a lot of pride in that home run too.
When a hitter like that can center a pitch like that that's just arced in there.
I remember the one Tony Perez hit off Bill Lee in the World Series. That was a crusher for the Red Sox. Not necessarily an ephus pitch or a blooper pitch, but close to it. That slow curveball he flipped up there.
The 2-2 from Padilla is up too high. And again, Padilla, as is his wont, works at his own pace. His train is making stops at every station on the line tonight. This is not the Express. Three-two runner going. Got him. No throw. A little surprised there was not a throw, but pretty good jump right there by Beltre. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Padilla.
I had to look at my scoreboard real quick. I thought it was 2 outs. I'm not positive why Salty didn't throw the ball unless he didn't see him go. Got a left-hand hitter up there. He might have had his view blocked.
Well, next time, if you want to take off your headsets and just yell, "He's going!"
I'll pass.
Okay. You'd be a partisan broadcaster at that point.
My all-time goal as an announcer, though, is to catch a foul ball and throw it all the way back to the pitcher.
I would like to see that. First, we'd have to get a foul ball in here.
Yeah,
but
probably have to be a little closer than this.
Let's see, what stadium could we make that
Old
happen?
Tiger Stadium was the perfect
Oh,
one.
yeah. Well, announcers were sitting ducks there.
Might be able to do it in Boston.
You think, really?
Downhill. Got such
such
a downhill throw.
Old Tiger Stadium. I mean, you used to be able to sit there and actually hear the conversation sometimes
You
between
could talk to the pitcher.
John Miller tells the story about Gene Tennis fouling a ball off his foot, and John Miller says on the air, "Ooh, that's got to hurt." And Gene Tennis turns around and says, "That's a brilliant deduction." The 2-0 pitch is fouled towards that Seattle dugout.
Yeah, you almost felt like you had to talk softly, like it was a golf tournament.
Oh, and the big crowds were there at Tiger Stadium. It was actually pretty cool, but you're right. I mean, when there were 4,000 people in the stands, you could hear what the umpire was saying to the hitter, and you were kind of self-conscious that, hey, they can probably hear what we're saying about them. Grounded near third, and there's Davis. Boy, doing it all. 22-year-old kid from Longview. Put him at first, put him at third. Give him a bat. Let him sell some programs while you're at it. Fans are digging him. Rangers 2, Seattle 2, middle 3.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Mortal.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Ranger Baseball being brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers, also by Aflac Insurance, and by Miller High Life. There is a good chance Jim Sundberg's number 10 will be retired someday. Michael Young wears that number 2. I can't think of two classier individuals who have represented these Texas Rangers. They both happen to wear that same number. Catalanato, base hit right field to get things going, bottom 3.
The Yankees have a couple of names on the same number.
That's true. They had number 8 with Berra and Dickey. Maybe someday number 10 will have a banner with the Young slash Sundberg on it.
Well, Batista's got to get through the middle of the order now, and they're all swinging the bats pretty well against him. Murphy, Hamilton, Boggs, Davis. He got Marlin. But Marlin, I think, helped him out on one of those pitches. Swung on a pitch a little bit out of the strike zone. I think he was
6'4", 6'3" DP. But it's kind of a metaphor for the season. If you want to see the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. Dolly Parton said that, of all people. And the Rangers, they've seen some rain this year, but the Ranger fans have been rewarded by, well, for example, Josh Hamilton. Hey, look, there is a rainbow. I was just guessing on that, I swear. I don't mean to get so excited about rainbow sightings, but it's like putting in the call. Just felt like rainbow weather. Hamilton carves one to left field, right into the corner. That's foul. Hamilton last inning hit a home run that essentially had the trajectory of a rainbow. Just a towering shot into right field. This time trying to go to left field and missed it by that much.
Well, the first time up, Batista threw him a fastball up and in that he launched for the home run. Tried to go away with that pitch. He almost doubled right down the left field line. Here's the home run. Threw it actually where he wanted to. Belt high, maybe slightly off the plate inside. Didn't matter to Josh, though.
Hard hit, first base. Gobbled up there by Cairo. And the Rangers failed to score here in the third inning, although there is a rainbow. 2-2 at the end of 3.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Welcome to the new and improved MLB.com. Experience the game like never before with MLB.com's Game Day. Real-time pitch type and in-game video highlights moments after they happen. Have those same highlights sent straight to your video-enabled phone with MLB.com's mobile team alert. And if you can't get to the game, watch every out-of-market game this season live with high-quality streaming video exclusively on MLB.tv. Only on MLB.com, where baseball is always on.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv.
Against a very interesting sky tonight. The only player in Ranger history to have 200 hits in a season, but not be a 300 hitter. Answer coming up in the bottom of the fourth. We're in the top of the fourth tonight. Nice crowd on a $1 hot dog night here in Arlington. Rangers will be playing the Yankees next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Don't forget the Blue Jays are in over the weekend. 7:05 starts all the way through on this homestand. Tonight the Rangers spotted Seattle 2 in the top of the second, but came right back with a couple of homers in the bottom of inning 2. Now we're in the fourth, and Kenji Jojima, the guy that started that 2-run uprising for Seattle, he's down in the count 0-1. Now he's down 0-2, and here's where you want to see Padilla just go at him, right? Finish him off.
I think so. And, you know, maybe in the past, Jojima was a 291 hitter in 06, a 287 hitter last year. Right now, he's been struggling. I think if you pound him with your hard sinker, you probably have the best chance to get him. And
there you
that's
go.
what he did.
Willie Bloomquist coming up, but first we go to Jim Knox.
All right, thank you, Josh. What a, I guess you can say, fan club we have here tonight. The Ryan Roberts family on hand. You know, Ryan Roberts was called up yesterday from the Rangers, got in the game, and grew up here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and went to high school at LD Barrow. His mother, Catherine, Jim, and fiance Kim, and his little brother, Dylan, also on hand. Now tell us what your thoughts when Ryan got called up right here in his own backyard.
Started screaming. Just ran around the house screaming.
Now, Jim, how many do we have on hand here?
Probably 20 or 25.
25. You guys ready to go, huh? Ready to see some action. Now, Josh and Tom, Josh is great with stats, but Mom, I'm going to ask you this question. Ryan's first home run came when?
Yankee Stadium against Corey Lytle.
And that's when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, guys, we'll let you get back to watching the game. Good to have you out of the ballpark. 25 on hand, room for Ryan Roberts.
Ryan wearing number 29 as a Ranger. That's a number that Zach Manassian doesn't just give out willy-nilly. That's Rusty Greer's number. And Ryan Roberts, a guy that, because of his hustle, because he grew up watching Rusty Greer here, Zach figures that's an okay guy to have, 29. Two quick outs. Ichiro's coming up.
Definitely a good start to the inning for Vicente. Trying to keep that pitch count down a little bit.
Ichiro's been on base twice. One of those patented Ichiro infield singles and a walk tonight. Career base hit number 3002 in that second inning for Ichiro. That is, if you smash together his Japanese League numbers and his Major League numbers. Those are the two big things the Mariners have been touting here in July. Ichiro's run at 3,000 hits, and their Hall of Fame broadcaster Dave Niehaus. Those are two things that they've hung their hats on. Ichiro pops out, and it stays 2-2 here in Arlington tonight. Bottom of the fourth coming up.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Even when you can't watch your favorite team, you can know what's happening with MLB.com's mobile team alerts, now including video alerts for your video-enabled phone. You'll get video highlights minutes after they happen, text messages on home runs, lead changes, and more. Everything you need to stay informed throughout the season for just $3.99 per month. Sign up now and pick your favorite team. Text MLB to 65246. For complete details, go to MLB.com/mobile.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Welcome to the new and improved MLB.com. Experience the game like never before with MLB.com's Game Day. Real-time pitch type and in-game video highlights moments after they happen. Have those same highlights sent straight to your video-enabled phone with MLB.com's mobile team alert. And if you can't get to the game, watch every out-of-market game this season live with high-quality streaming video exclusively on MLB.tv. Only on MLB.com, where baseball is always on.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? A grind
Trivia question. Back, well, not too many years ago, Buddy Bell had 200 hits, but he was up so many times that did not translate to a 300 batting average. A 299 for Buddy Bell in 1979. Marlon Byrd driving one to right field, going back on it. Ichiro leaping to make the catch at the Croc sign.
Well, it's only a 2-2 ball game, but the Mariners have had to make some plays to keep it that way. The ball that Ibanez caught with 2 outs that Kinsler hit the left center field was almost a home run. If he didn't catch it, it would have been a double and 2 runs. This looked like a double to start the inning right here for Marlon Byrd, but Ichiro goes back and does what he does so well, makes a play. The Rangers have hit some balls hard, and Mariners are throwing some pretty good defense at them.
Brandon Boggs, who had that exhausting homering last time up. Now, Brandon doesn't get a chance to play even close to every day. But it just seems like every time he does get a chance to play tag, he does something to make Ron Washington happy that he wrote his name on that lineup card.
Well, he's got a lot of ways that he can do something well. He's a good outfielder. Made a couple of tremendous throws in the last homestand. He's got some power, so he can hit a home run. He can run a little bit. He's a good guy to have in a bench role because he can do a lot of things to help you win a ball game. Not a one-dimensional guy.
Switch hitter, that helps. And if for some reason the shine is off the star at some point, Nelson Cruz keeps putting up those huge numbers down at AAA. But with Boggs performing and Byrd performing, it's not as easy as just saying, hey, here comes Nelson Cruz. Folks, a reminder, Mercy Me will be performing on the North Lawn before Saturday's game. Rangers take on the Blue Jays at 7:05. Concerts at 5 o'clock. Concert admission free with your Rangers game ticket. To get yours, go to TexasRangers.com or call 972-RANGERS. Between Hamilton, Nelson Cruz, and Chris Davis, the guy batting right now, in the Rangers organization alone, you've got 3 of the top all-around power seasons in all of baseball. The Cruz home run total at 37 right now. Only Dallas McPherson of Albuquerque has more than that. That's a guy that's been in the big leagues before with the Angels. Batista getting Davis. Rangers down in order this time. We will go to the 5th. Still the Rangers 2 and Seattle 2 on FSN Southwest.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv.
$5 gas card for each ticket purchased for any Ranger game through the end of August, excluding that upcoming Yankees series. Sponsored by 93.3 The Bone. You can call and order by phone at 972-RANGERS. Now that is a pretty North Texas sky right there. We have seen some rain come through. Right now we've got 85 degrees with a chance of Cracker Jacks at the ballpark. a $1 hot dog night tonight. And a good crowd here on a Wednesday night watching the Rangers in Seattle. A 2-2 tie. And Vicente Padilla, having just navigated through Ichiro, is going to try to go get Jeremy Reed to start the 5th inning. More than a couple of emailers, Tag, have taken issue with the reporting of Ichiro having 3,000 hits.
Okay.
And we're just kind of going with the flow on that one. The Mariners are making it a big deal.
Well, the Major League Baseball had a couple of representatives here last night marking the baseball, so they definitely feel like it was. What's the exception?
Well, what happens in Japan stays in Japan.
I thought you meant some kind of a bookkeeping thing that
Nope.
he's only got 2,998 or something like that.
There's Reed with a base hit in the left. Got on Boggs in a hurry.
I don't totally disagree with that. When a Japanese player, we mentioned this last night, when a Japanese player comes to the States to play, he's considered a rookie. Well, it's hard to consider what happened before you got here if you're only a rookie as something that compares to the stats you'll put up in Major League Baseball. I don't happen to agree with that because I don't think a Japanese player who comes here should be a rookie. It's a professional league. They've proven that it's a very high caliber league. They won the World Baseball Classic against all the countries who play baseball in the world. But if you're going to consider a Japanese player a rookie, it's hard to consider the numbers that he put up there as even with numbers in Major League Baseball. And I don't know that they're saying that numbers are the exact same thing as they would be here. They're just saying in professional baseball in Japan and in Texas and in the United States, it adds up to 3,000. I guess you can assign your own significance to what that means.
Now, if you've got a thought, Ichiro related or not, and you just want to share something with the booth, you're always welcome to do that. FoxSports.com is the email.
The other side of it is he may get 3,000 hits here anyway.
Yeah, he sure could. Not showing any signs of slowing down in his mid-30s. The keyword when you go to FoxSports.com is email Rangers, all one word. That is how to get in touch. Rangers playing tonight without Michael Young and without Milton Bradley. Tied right now with Seattle 2-2. Getting away from Saltalamacchia, and Reed speeds down to second base. Now, between innings, the grounds crew came out and they put some of that diamond drive, some of the sand down around the home plate area. Now, those rain showers in the first and second inning tonight. Two-one delivery. Fastball in. Some final scores are in from earlier today. The Tampa Bay Rays over Toronto 3-2. Carlos Pena had the deciding home run in that one. The Yankees blasted Baltimore 13-3. Back to Padilla's got a chance here to get the out between second and third. Runs right at him. And now it's Vasquez to Davis. Davis with the tag.
That's exactly what you should do as a pitcher. Don't throw the ball too soon. Run right at him. Make him commit. And I think if he took one more step, the one throw would have got the job done. But that was a good job by Vicente. The key is to get the guy that's in the rundown and keep the batter at first base. Don't let the rundown go long enough to allow the hitter to end up at second base. Then it almost defeats the purpose.
The 1-6-5 fielder's choice, and Adrian Beltre will come to the plate. Padilla's been the one guy in the rotation that has been able to make as many as 20 starts for the Rangers this year. A pitch up and in on Beltre. But tag going forward. We're getting news confirmed to us that on Friday now, rather than Eric Hurley being on the mound, Tommy Hunter is going to come up and make that start for the Rangers against Toronto. It'll be his big league debut. It'll be the 14th different Ranger starter this year, 7th rookie. Vasquez goes down, surrounds it. Nice play to get Beltre. Ibanez moves on to second.
Well, that seems like a wise decision. I can't speak for Tommy Hunter. I'm assuming that it's a wise decision. He sure has rocketed through the farm system this year. But based on the way that Eric pitched in his last start, he was a little tentative. His velocity was down. He's coming off a hamstring injury, then a little bit of a shoulder strain. It probably is wise to push the start back and be a little cautious with one of your best young guys. You don't want to push that. And it's a great opportunity for Tommy Hunter.
Tommy Hunter
hadn't taken him long to get here.
No, he just turned 22. He's 1 year out of the University of Alabama. Big right-hander, 6'3", 255, according to the media guide. Padilla to Lopez. Oh, the Rangers, again, it's been all about the rookie contributions this year, right? So, next man up, it'll be Tommy Hunter. Lopez, who's had such a solid season here for Seattle. One of the measures of his success this year, check it out, courtesy of Corona, taking time out, his ability to hit with 2 strikes. More than 100 points better than the league average. Ripped into left field. Boggs is up with it, and he's going to stand and fire. Safe at home plate. Now a chance to go to second with it, and they got him there. Nice recovery by Saltalamacchia. The ball stayed right near home plate. And Salty does get Lopez, but only after Lopez got Padilla to make it 3-2 Seattle.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
2 moments ago, Ron Washington, kind enough to join us. Some extended coverage for you tonight on FSN Southwest. Wash, thanks very much for joining us. Your thoughts about Vicente Padilla so far tonight, if you wouldn't mind.
You know, I think they certainly making him work very hard. I don't think he wanted to go out there and have to work that hard, but, you know, he's out there battling, and, you know, he's keeping us in the ball game, and that's all we can ask for.
How about your left side of the infield tonight? Ramon Vasquez picking it at short. Chris Davis looks like he's right at home there at third.
Well, you know, we had to do it with Mike coming in today and couldn't go, and we feel comfortable, of course, you know, with Vasquez on that side. And Chris was there last year, and I talked with him, and he said he have no problem going over there. And hopefully tomorrow Mike will come in, and we won't have to worry about that, and we can get him back on the first base side.
And how about Milton Bradley? When do you expect him back, Wash?
Well, he's still day-to-day. You know, it's the quad muscle that he's been having problems with, and he just strained it a little bit. It's not as bad as it was the first time, so we'll just go day-to-day and see how you feel. He came in today, he felt better, and we'll just see how you feel tomorrow.
Great.
All right, hey, Wash, thanks so much for joining us. Great win yesterday, by the way.
Well, thank you. We just got to keep battling here tonight and see if we can pull it off.
We'll get it done. Thanks, man.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Grounds crew once again hard at work. That's been kind of a mushy area, I guess, right up that first base line tonight. And as Miguel Batista gets ready to begin in the bottom of the 5th. Now the grounds crew night not quite done. The Rangers 5.5 out in the AL wild card race. And trying to come back from a 3-2 deficit tonight. Boston is trailing tonight, and that becomes good news if you're looking only at the wild card. The fact that Minnesota's losing, that's good news. Not so much with the Yankees beating up on Baltimore. Rangers will have 4 chances head-to-head to gain on New York coming up next week. Now, as they continue to mess around with the home plate area, Coors Light brings you the Freeze Cam. It's brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Some defense from Ian Kinsler this evening.
They evidently have a major problem right out in front of home plate because the umpires are both sitting there looking at it. The grounds crew is still working on it. 2nd inning in a row that they've been out there working on it.
It's kind of weird that here on the 3rd game of the homestand, and I know there's been some rain tonight and everything, but just suddenly this has been deemed a problem like this.
There must be a soft spot right there in front of home plate that's a major concern to the umpires.
Jerry Crawford is a crew chief, and he's the guy with his hands on his hips kind of supervising this whole deal. He doesn't appear to be in any major hurry at this point.
Well, the reason that you take this time is the umpires would be worried that it would affect the outcome of the game. It might affect the health of a player trying to get out of the batter's box or the catcher. And it must be something relatively major because you wouldn't hold a game up if it wasn't. Obviously a major concern on the part of the umpires.
Had we known all this, we would have held Ron Washington over, talked to him a little longer. While we wait, a new feature for you, Tag. Our friends at Fruit of the Loom bring you the feel for the game. Okay. And Ian Kinsler driving one here that Raul Ibanez peels off the wall. Some more Mariner defense for you. Ichiro. That is our Fruit of the Loom feel for the game.
They're bringing out more more clay, more dirt. So there must have been a couple of ruts out there, evidently, that they're filling in with some harder clay. They'll probably fill them all in and then tamp it down.
Well, while we have a chance, let's quickly get you some of the other scores that we've been neglecting tonight. Kansas City in the 10th inning prevails in Oakland. A 4-3 final there. And is there a quieter 30 saves in baseball than Joakim Soria now for Kansas City?
I guess the only reason you'd be aware of it is that he made the All-Star team. But yeah, that is 30 saves for Kansas City is pretty good. They've only won 50 games.
In the meantime, going from Tamping to Tampa, the Rays over Toronto 3-2 from this afternoon. Carlos Pena's home run the difference. White Sox over Minnesota 5-1 on a Carlos Quentin home run. That's been the big blow in that one. They're in the 5th in Minnesota. We go to Jim Knox.
All right, thank you, Josh. What a gathering of kids we have out here. A main attraction could be something right here. You guys ready to go back to school? No, a little mixed emotions, but Eric Garcia, retail manager, there's something nice for the kids if they go back to school.
That's correct. Currently, we are running our 2008 back-to-school promotion messenger bag. Every $125 you spend at the gift shop, you get a free messenger bag right here to show your baseball bag here at school. You open it up here, you got your big baseball logo, you hold your baseball logo.
Very nice. Check that out. Yeah, very nice. Very nice, just like the baseball.
So stop by the gift shop. We have plenty of messenger bags to go around.
There we go. What do you think? What's your name?
Bryson.
What do you think, Bryson?
Cool.
Cool, yeah, pretty good. Let's hold him up so everybody can see it. That's Bryson. Okay, there you go. All right, guys.
That's how Jim stays in great shape.
He gets mixed in with everybody else. Got to give him some airtime.
Doing his Bryson ups. Well, suddenly everybody's in the groundskeeping business out there. Ron Washington, Jim Riggleman. We'll take a quick timeout and let them tamp their little hearts out here. A 3-2 ball game here in Arlington.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator.
The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
For her to be able to take care of those two kids, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it is real tough. I do it maybe for 10 minutes and I'm already pulling my hair out, so I had to save my wife.
Jared Saltalamacchia, your Texas truck stop, and we are resuming baseball activity now. Bottom of the 5th inning. Now, will they actually figure in some sort of a delay to this ball game, do you figure? I mean,
I would think they would, yeah. I don't know what the difference is between that and an actual rain delay.
Dirt delay as opposed to a rain delay, but Miguel Batista had to wait an extra 6 or 7 minutes right there before going back to work.
Yeah, I think if he'd known how long it was going to be, probably would have stayed in the dugout.
Could have gone to work on his 3rd novel, Miguel Batista. Again, one of the more interesting guys in baseball, Batista. Saltalamacchia not impressed with his resume. A base hit to left.
That ball was hit pretty hard for where the pitch was.
Yeah.
Looked like a cutter down and away. Maybe not a strike, but not only did he stroke it in the left field for a hit, he ripped it into left field for a hit.
That's a Vlad Guerrero right there.
That thing's a rope.
It brings up Ramon Vasquez. Again, the bottom of the order for the Rangers. The 8 and 9 guys yesterday really carried the load. Salty tonight has been on base twice. We'll see if Vasquez can get it going again.
Well, Salty had been down in the 2 teens as far as the batting average go. He's up around 235, 236 now with that base hit.
Beltre in at third as Vasquez takes strike 2. Again, the Rangers yesterday led most of the way, trailed late, then won because of Vasquez, 11-10. I got the Rangers to 55 and 52. They got just a pile of home games coming up. Strike taken on the outside corner. Vasquez disagrees. Paul Nauert has the final word. He says that is out number 1.
Tries to drop it on the outside corner of that cutter. Looked like he missed by a few inches. I think Ramon had a little bit of an argument right there.
Now Ian Kinsler, top of the order. Now we, with all good intentions, thought we were going to have some cool stuff to play back from Ian tonight. He was wearing that microphone for us, but we've run into some technical difficulties. A wardrobe malfunction or something. I don't know exactly what, but something's not going right, and we do not have that audio to play back for you. We'll try again with Ian some other time. Do appreciate Ron Washington jumping on with us. Didn't get a chance to talk to Wash during that brief time as Kinsler just laces one into that left field corner. It goes. Saltalamacchia digging around third. Here he comes. Relay throw is going to be in time. Cut him down at home plate.
Well, what a relay throw by Bloomquist. Ibanez looked like he had a little bit of a problem getting the ball out of the corner, but he made a good throw to Bloomquist, and then Bloomquist threw a strike home. And the question was, did the tag occur before Salty's hand got to the plate? Very close play. The ball obviously went in favor of the Mariners. Ball stays in the corner, so Ibanez has to get it. Makes an accurate throw. And so does Bloomquist.
Ooh,
I don't know if he's out or not.
Well, the Rangers have not been happy with Paul Nauert. 2 calls in a row. Strike 3 on Vasquez, and then that play at the plate. Did the hand get in? Jojima sealed off entry to the plate fairly well. Kinsler is at second with 2 out.
And Batista had thrown in a couple of 94-mile-an-hour fastballs. He fouled one off and then belted that down the line. I don't know. It sure looked like his hand got in there, but you just don't know exactly when the tag occurred. It was close. That could have gone either way. If you're the Rangers, you definitely want that run to score. And I think if you're the Mariners, you probably would have argued if he was called safe.
Meantime, 1-1 to Catalinato, playing here in the bottom of the 5th. Netman's competition or Netman? Who got it? Ah, competition. Netman casts a wary eye.
There may be some imitators, but there's only one Netman.
The 1-2. Off the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounded to second. Dropped. But Lopez stays with it, and the Rangers unable to score. Had a couple of calls go against him in that inning. You can hear how the fans are reacting. 3-2 Seattle at the end of 5.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news.
To show your support for the Rangers and have a chance to win 4 Ranger tickets when you bring a sign to the game. Each game, 2 fans with the best signs will be shown on the video board. Crowd applause will decide the winner. Face and body paint count 2, we're told. Get your creativity flowing and get your tickets at TexasRangers.com. Brian LaHare leading off here in the top of the 6th inning. Looks like a place you'd get your hair cut in Southern California. LaHair. LaHare. That ball grounded foul by the Worcester, Massachusetts native. Very close to Tom Greaves' hometown of Pittsfield.
I'd say Worcester. It's probably about, I don't even know, 80 miles maybe? 90?
80 or at 90, yeah.
Something like that.
If you go wicked fast, you can get there in an hour and a quarter.
That's where my Army Reserve unit used to be, in Webster.
Webster, Mass?
Webster, yep.
Now, you never really did have the true New England accent, though, did you?
Nope. Nope. Like I was saying the other night, if you...
Well, look at this thing. Just bounce away on strike 3, and so it goes for the Rangers so far tonight. Even when things are going well, they don't really go that well, if that makes any sense.
If you split Massachusetts in half...
Which some people would like to do. Go ahead.
The western half talks like me, and the eastern half talks like the Kennedys.
Not Kevin Kennedy either.
No, not Kevin. That's when where Salty put his glove down to, to try to catch it. I think you have a little bit better luck if you go down on both knees, put your glove down and try to block the ball with your chest. That one glanced off his glove and kicked way up in the air. Definitely a wild pitch.
Miguel Cairo, who is not from Massachusetts, down in the count 0-1. Actually, Massachusetts is coming here. The Rangers will entertain the Red Sox. Let's see, September, what is that, 5th, 6th, and 7th is when Boston comes in.
Boston is in the process of just getting blasted by LA 6 straight times.
But is Boston in the process of trading Manny Ramirez? Inquiring minds want to know.
I think it's finally reached the point where no matter what his production is, they've reached the end. Yeah, how do you just say it's Manny being Manny if he's going out there and just openly not hustling on the field? I think that just, once you lose the respect of your teammates, I don't know how you go back on that one.
The hot rumor is that Manny Ramirez is going to be traded to the Florida Marlins, of all places, and you'd have to think that's a way station. Although maybe not. You know, I mean, it's possible the Marlins could find a way to sign him, but the deadline is 3 Central tomorrow. The trade deadline 2008. Cairo is going to spin one to right. And Murphy glides over, makes a catch.
Well, if Manny is traded, the Red Sox are not as good a team without him as they are with him. Now, they may be a better team without him the way he's playing right now. But a normal Manny Ramirez in that lineup, there's no way they're going to get whatever they get in return will not make them a better team than a healthy, happy Manny Ramirez. That's for sure.
Part of what the Red Sox are all about, right, is Manny and David Ortiz doing the Josh Hamilton, Milton Bradley 3-4 thing.
Yep.
Kenji Jojima, the batter.
But the Rangers were in a similar situation on a much lesser degree.
One out at second. Kinsler whips it to first. What a turn.
I wasn't even anticipating a throw back to first.
No, I thought your story had legs.
I was going to finish it.
I know. Well, you got to wait because Ian Kinsler's too fast. 3-2 Seattle. Bottom 6 coming up.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life. Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Hey, this is BJ Ryan.
By Sonic, the jackpot is worth $800 plus 2 tickets to a Ranger game and dinner for 2 at Sonic Drive-In. I'm going to read the rest of this without laughing, I swear. We're playing for Glendon Nail from Tool. I couldn't do it, I'm sorry. For Ranger, it's a grand slam this inning. We're going amongst the Tools. They really do call them that. Residents of Tool, Texas, that's what they are known by. Anyway, we're giving away $25,000 if there's a grand slam this inning to Glendon Nail from Tool. Out in beautiful Henderson County, west side of Cedar Creek Lake. You ever been to Tool there, Ted?
No, I never have. I heard MC Hammer drop through one day, though.
Ordered a screwdriver. 1 strike to David Murphy. This inning brought to you by Reader's Digest, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 to count. It'll be Murphy, Hamilton, and Bird in a 3-2 ball game. Teams traded 2 spots in the second inning. Here's Murphy driving one left center field. That's going to get down. And David Murphy opens things up in the bottom of the 6th with a double. very soon he will be the all-time rookie leader in doubles in the history of this franchise. The record is 29. David's now got 27.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch. That's that cut fastball right on the outside corner, and David drove it into the gap. It looked like Reed might be able to run it down, but it kept carrying and it kept slicing away from him until finally he had no chance to get it. Good start for the Rangers. Big guys are coming up now. The big guy for sure right here.
The Hambino, Josh Hamilton. Now, Batista's already given up a home run to Josh tonight.
He's trying to throw him fastballs in. He's hit 2 balls hard, the home run and a hard hit ball right at Cairo at first base. The Grand Slamilton, I like that.
Big rip. But 2 strikes now to Josh.
Batista's actually settled down nicely, and you have to give him credit. He has not pitched well this year. It didn't look good in the 2nd inning. There's been a runner thrown out at the plate in the 5th inning. But nevertheless, he's into the 6th inning, and he's got a lead at 3-2. He's probably pitching one of the better games he's pitched in the last couple of months tonight. In a tough park to pitch in against a good team.
Rangers have a couple of home runs tonight, one from Hamilton, one from Boggs. But you're right, Tom, really since that flurry in the 2nd inning. Batista, it's not like he's been overpowering, but he's been doing just enough. Reasonable pitch count right now, mid-70s. Ground ball, second base. That'll get the runner along. That's fine. Let Marlon Byrd cash in now. Tying man 90 feet away here in the 6th inning.
Let's see what the Mariners do with the infield in the 6th inning. A good chance they'll play him in. Looks like they're going to play him in.
Marlon had a couple of hits with runners in scoring position last night. Something that you figured was coming. It has been a rough year in that regard for Marlon. Before last night, he had been 7 for 53. But 2 for 2 last night. With the infield in, strike 1.
And that's the key. That's what Marlon did the first time up. Don't help him out. Don't be too quick to pull the trigger. Be patient. Make him throw you a strike.
Ground ball is short. Murphy's got a hold. And Byrd is out by a step. I see Batista kind of lathered up with sweat. 85 degrees in Arlington right now. And when Batista got to 82 pitches, he was taken out of the game last time. Just about to get to 80 pitches right here. Boggs, one of the guys that really worked him over tonight, had that 11 pitch at bat back in the 2nd inning. Two balls, no strikes. Again, the Rangers toughing it out tonight without Michael Young, without Milton Bradley in the starting lineup. Vicente Padilla going for win number 13, but he's trailing 3-2. Boggs works it to 3-0. You've got Davis on deck. The Brandon Boggs home run on the 11th pitch of that at bat. Ball 4. And Seattle looked like maybe start to get that bullpen going. A chance for Chris Davis. Now, Davis launched a double in the second inning, but then struck out in the fourth. That's an interesting combo right there, isn't it? CC Sabathia and Mini-Me on the BDSSP coming up. I think CC outweighs Vern Troyer by about 230. Cesar Jimenez getting ready in the bullpen.
Getting him ready in a hurry. Probably wishes he had him ready to pitch to Chris right here.
First one's a strike. Kind of a wide outside corner tonight.
Well, it's not a strike. Same pitch to Vasquez. Several inches outside.
Davis behind 0-2. Ten home runs in the big leagues, 23 in the minors this year for Davis. Going to golf one foul towards that Ranger dugout. The tag as of right now, Manny Ramirez is still a Boston Red Sox. We're kind of tracking that story tonight. The Red Sox continue to struggle against the Angels. A 9-2 loss at Fenway tonight. Boggs is going. Jojima's throwing, and it's high into center field. The Rangers tie the game.
That's still on a run right there. A lot of times you see a manager try that when a hitter's down 2 strikes. The pitcher is in charge, so to speak. Try a little something different. Jojima airmailed it right into center field for the tying run.
Jojima, who's been a big part of the Seattle comebacks this year against the Rangers, well, he enables the Rangers to come back. Now Davis hits one high towards the track in left center field. Caught to end the inning, but the Rangers tie it on an errant throw. 3-3 at the end of 6.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator.
The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news with scores.
Southwest Airlines, also by Corona and by Whataburger. We go to the 7th inning, and as we do, we go to Jim Knox.
All right, thank you, Josh. You know, Josh Hamilton, very popular now in the United States after the home run hitting contest. Well, how about Mexico City? The Gonzalez family comes all the way from Mexico to watch Josh Hamilton. Is that right, Luis?
Yes, sir. Everybody's coming to Mexico City to watch Josh Hamilton. He's the best guy. Oh, he's the best player in Texas.
In Texas, yes. You got it's being documented. You got your grandfather on hand. How young is he? How young is your grandfather?
My grandfather is coming. It's his dream coming to Texas to watch Hamilton.
And how old is he?
83 years.
83. Good to have you. Also, we have a group of Arlington kids. What's that?
Yeah, we're all from Arlington. We went to Nolan Catholic High School.
Great Hambino out here.
A great Hambino, yes.
Let's painted up fans and a nice group from Mexico City. Good to have you. Thank you.
A grounder to short. Bloomquist safe at first. Vasquez just a moment's hesitation before getting rid of it, and Bloomquist ends up getting on for a second time tonight. A tough way to start things here in the 7th inning. Get a guy with speed on base.
Bloomquist is a versatile, talented utility player. He can do a lot of things for you. He can run. He's driven in a run tonight with a blooper. Beats out an infield hit. Had a tremendous relay throw to get Saltalamacchia at the plate. And he definitely beat that ball out. That hesitation, Ramon having problem getting it out of his glove, allowed him to beat it out.
Initially they had said error. Now they're going to say base hit.
Base hit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a playable ball, but it's not an easy play. Definitely not a routine play.
Ramon's already cycled through his quota on errors yesterday. Ramon saying after the game he would much rather be 0 for 4 with no errors than have 4 hits and have a game defensively like that yesterday. Ichiro drops down the bunt. And with Saltalamacchia getting tangled with Padilla, Ichiro is safe.
Didn't matter. Neither one of them were going to make that play. Ichiro bunted it halfway between the mound and home plate. And for a lot of guys, that's not a great bunt. But Ichiro doesn't have to have a great bunt to beat it out. He gets down to first base so quickly. A decent bunt is good enough for him. Well, how about this? Infield hit and a bunt.
Yep. To make it 2 on for Jeremy Reed. Josh Roop has been warming in the bullpen. The pitch count for Padilla in the high 90s range right now. Quick swing of Ozarka out there and good to go. Now keep in mind that the entire left side of the infield here for the Rangers is not the usual left side. You got Davis at third, Vasquez at short. So if there's some kind of wheel play on, these are not guys that have been running that from these positions all year. It hits Reed. And now the bases are loaded for Raul Ibanez. Padilla doesn't really mask his emotions. And you could tell how upset he was, that one getting away. Here's where Padilla's got to be at his absolute best if indeed he's going to continue in this game. We got a 3-3 tie, bases loaded, nobody out.
This is often a situation where Mark will come out to the mound for a pitcher. You know the pitcher's a little bit upset, but it's a tie game. The game's on the line. He just wants to go down and settle him down, get him back on track, make a pitch right here, try to minimize the damage and get out of the inning. You don't want the game to get away from you because of an emotional situation, not just with Vicente, but with any pitcher. You know that the bases are loaded on a slowly hit ground ball, a shortstop, a bunt, and a hit batter.
So Ibanez smacks one foul. Leading RBI guy on their team. Right behind him, the leading home run hitter in Beltre. Fly ball to right. Here comes Murphy. He's got it. Bloomquist tagging. Murphy firing. The tag! He got him!
Wow. Just another example of a Ranger outfielder. You see it once every 3 games. A long distance accurate throw. And not only did he throw someone out the plate, he threw out a fast runner at the plate. You talk about diffusing a bases loaded no out situation. What a great accurate one-hop throw. That's the key, not just having a strong arm, but being able to make it accurately in a way that the catcher can easily catch it and make the tag. And David made it simple for Salty to catch that ball and make the tag.
You do, you just take it for granted. You know, you watch these Ranger outfielders. Not every team has that luxury.
I don't think any team does. There's some teams with guys that can throw, but I don't think there's a team in baseball that has more guys who can throw the ball strong and accurately than the Rangers do.
Saltalamacchia tags him going by. Now, meantime, Padilla, 3 different at-bats tonight. He started out Beltre very much inside. Beltre is 1 for 3 against Padilla tonight.
Each team has had a runner thrown out at the plate on a terrific throw. Bloomquist made one of the throws, and then he was the one that got caught by Murphy.
Coming up in just a bit, by the way, our Toyota truck game break. Padilla just got helped out by Murphy. But now it's up to Padilla to take care of Beltre. In there, 2-1. Beltre a pair of home runs just the other night. Davis guards the line at third. Outfield pretty much straight away in a 3-3 game here in the 7th. Dialed it down again. 2-2 with 2 on, 2 out.
Good slider. Good location with it, too.
up and in. And the runners will be in motion now. Two infield hits and a hit batsman loaded the bases with nobody out here in the 7th inning. Murphy cut down Bloomquist, and now Padilla trying to tiptoe the rest of the way through this minefield here in the 7th inning. Beltre calls time. Eventually, we will have a payoff pitch. Bang! He got him!
I'm going to slide it.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett. All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Laughed just a moment ago, frozen. Strike three. Keeping this game tied 3-3. And as we summarize, yeah, each team has had a chance to break the tie, but has had a runner thrown out at home plate. A throwing error by the Seattle catcher got the Rangers even, and now against the lefty Cesar Jimenez. The Rangers trying to go back to work here. Saltalamacchia has been on base a couple times. Third time we have seen Jimenez already in the 3-game series.
And as you said, Josh, we've seen him twice. We know he's got a good changeup. Fastball 89 to 90, and best pitch looks like his changeup.
Seattle got 6 innings from Miguel Batista. Now Jimenez with a 2-1 count to Salty. He'll be followed by Vasquez and Kinsler. The Rangers persevered last night. Got that exciting 11-10 win. Again, Boston has lost tonight. The Rangers have a chance to be 4.5 games out in pursuit of that wild card. They've got 6 games left against the top team in that ad hoc wild card division tag. Boston and the Rangers play a half a dozen times.
Yep. Just have to take care of business.
Yep, the Rangers owe them too, because they could not beat the Red Sox back in April. Foul tip. Salty down on strikes.
There's the changeup again. Looks like a fastball till it gets toward the plate, and then it just kind of fades away and slows down. Actually, it's slow all the way. It just appears to slow down. Causes the hitter to swing before it gets there.
Like an optical illusion.
I guess technically it does slow down, but not a lot.
Vasquez hits one high in the air to right. Ichiro. Always very stylish out there, isn't he? Kind of turning his body.
The old ray gun that they used to use, I don't know, 15 years ago or more, when it clocked a fastball and you didn't watch the pitcher and just watch the gun, you'd see it start out, say, 94, and then you'd see it click down, 94, 92, 90, or 94, 93, 91, which showed the speed out of the pitcher's hand, and then the speed the ball was going when it got to the plate, which makes sense that it over 60 feet would slow down slightly. So I guess actually the ball does slow down.
There's another one popped out towards right field. Lopez backing, and it's Lopez instead of Ichiro. The Rangers cannot score in the 7th. Eddie Guardado is ready for the 8th. Tied 3-3.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.com.
Hey, this is BJ Ryan.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Josh Hamilton going yard. We've seen that before. That's 25 home runs for Josh now. Brandon Boggs hit number 5. That tied the game 2-2 at that point. We've seen a lot of defense tonight, too. The Rangers committed 5 errors yesterday, but there's Kinsler laying out. Ibanez stole one for Seattle. Ichiro, same thing. Bloomquist with a great relay. David Murphy with a heck of a throw. 3-3 at the end of 7. Eddie Guardado comes into the ball game, and he now becomes a pitcher of record. This will be a rare no decision for Vicente Padilla tonight.
Now, what a different game from last night's game. And a good solid game for Padilla. It was exactly what Ron Washington said. He had to work hard, but when it was all over and done with, it's a quality start. 7 innings, 3 runs, tie ball game, pitching out of a bases loaded no out jam in the 7th inning.
Guardado has just been an animal this year, taking over that 8th inning. Lopez drives it to right, near the track, but that's out number 1, and he falls behind a very dangerous hitter, gets him anyway. Here's another guy you got to be careful with all of a sudden. A guy that wasn't really on our radar. He was in AAA Tacoma when the Rangers played at Seattle last, but got to beware of Brian LaHair all of a sudden. Guy has homered
a couple.
Yeah, had the home run Monday, home run yesterday. He's the guy that was robbed by Kinsler tonight, that line drive in the 2nd inning. Started his big league career 0 for 8. Then had 9 hits his next 16 ABs. Well, the Rangers in the bottom of the 8th will have Catalanotto due to lead off. And then the Murphy and Hamilton portion of the order, so essentially 3 lefties due to come up. Seattle currently has a lefty on the mound, the reliever Cesar Jimenez. Ten hits allowed by Padilla tonight, but he leaves with a 3-3 tie. Outside, 3-2. Arthur Rhodes now getting ready in that Seattle pen. Tapper to short. Vasquez coaxes it. Shuffles those feet and fires. 2 down. My nominee for the crazy game of the night is Tigers in Cleveland tonight, Tag. They're 12-12 in the 9th.
Tigers actually took the lead going into the bottom of the 9th, looked like.
The Indians have a pair of home runs from Fort Worth's very own Kelly Shopik. 2 home runs from Ben Francisco tonight. And number 26 is here from Grady Sizemore. 5 Cleveland home runs, and all that's gotten them tonight is a 12-12 tie. Miguel Cairo, who by the way is 2 for 3 lifetime against Eddie. Well, he quickly dips behind 0-2. Minnesota's getting creamed by the White Sox tonight, 8-1. Carlos Quentin, home run number 28 to lead the AL. Tampa Bay's won their game 3-2 over Toronto. And again, Boston, a 9-2 loser to the Angels. The Angels now 27 games over 500. Mark Teixeira in his Angels debut, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. But Torrey Hunter a home run. Same for Garrett Anderson. Boy, Joe Saunders now 14-5.
The Red Sox, I'm sure, thought they had pretty good pitching, but they found out that it doesn't measure up to the Angels. Swept in Anaheim, swept in Boston.
2-2 out pitch. Popped him up. Kinsler waiting under it. Now here come the Rangers in the bottom of the 8th. Steady Eddie Guardado doing his thing yet again. 3-3 tie in Arlington.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Mortal.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Tomorrow, the Rangers have Matt Harrison on the mound, the lefty, against former Ranger first-rounder R.A. Dickey, who is now a knuckleballer, and now in that Seattle rotation. That is a 7:05 game tomorrow night. You will see it on FSN Southwest. Rangers will be facing Arthur Rhodes here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Veteran left-hander. He, too, on that... I don't know if he's on the trade block or not, but you just hear his name mentioned a lot as being a guy that could get traded. Been in 35 games already, and that ERA of 2.5. Waco resident. He's going to draw Catalinato, then Murphy, then Hamilton. Rare start for Cat tonight. He's gone 1 for 3. Again, the Rangers without Michael Young and Milton Bradley tonight. Rangers out a hit 10-7 at this point. They've played errorless baseball tonight. It's a nice counterpoint to what happened yesterday. The team making 5 errors, but winning the game. Rangers got 2 in the 2nd on a couple of solo home runs. Then 1 in the 6th on a Seattle error. Kenji Jojen was throwing to center field. Cat with a 1-hopper. Grabbed by Bloomquist. He's going to throw out Catalinato. That'll bring up David Murphy.
With a perfect spot to bring a lefty in. You face Catalinato, Murphy, and Hamilton, all left-hand hitters. Cat hit that ball pretty well. 1-hop shot right straight to Bloomquist.
Well, Murphy's had a big impact in this game, throwing out Willie Bloomquist from right field. Both teams have had runners cut down trying to score tonight. But 2 quick strikes from Arthur Rhodes. Murphy, the Houston native, works the count to 1-2. C.J. Wilson getting ready out there for the Rangers. Rhodes looking in, kind of a long lingering look, wondering where it missed. According to the tracker, it did not miss. That one missed. Hamilton's on deck. Fought off foul.
Well, Arthur still throws the ball hard, too. That last pitch was 93 miles an hour. Probably in his prime, he was a little more than 93, maybe 93, 4, 5, 6. But still plenty of fastball.
One-time second-round pick of the Orioles. Arthur Rhodes. 3-2 pitch again. Is high. David Murphy's on. And Josh Hamilton comes up. Pretty nice rally in that at bat for David Murphy. Hamilton has already parked one tonight. That off Miguel Batista. A rainmaker.
Well, Batista ended up with a quality start after getting roughed up a little bit in the second inning. He ended up pitching 6 innings. Only gave up 2 earned runs. 88 pitches. Good start for Batista.
Rhodes traditionally has been very tough against lefties. Got a righty on deck in Marlon Byrd, but right now the lefty Hamilton. Josh takes up and in. Again, the Rangers a chance to move to within 4.5 of the wild card with a win tonight. Last night's game did not start out to be a close game. The Rangers were up 7-0 in the third. It ended up being a close game. Tonight it's been nip and tuck all the way. Hamilton up over top, 2-1.
They're guessing fastball right there, looking for a strike. And Rhodes threw him ball 3.
Yep.
Threw him a slider out of the strike zone.
We'll see if Rhodes dares to challenge Hamilton with the heat. He went 2-2. Safe lead at first for Murphy. Outside the Josh. You ponder running with Murphy here.
Yeah, I think you think about it. Josh is, like a lot of players, somewhat prone to a strikeout. And he's got a lefty out there with a good slider, but David's got good speed. You'd like to try to get a man in scoring position.
Not going. That's ball 4. Marlon Byrd comes up.
Well, he swung at a couple, but he laid off the last 2 and worked a walk. Now you got a right-hand hitter coming up.
And a switch hitter, Brandon Boggs on deck. Let's take you back to the Hamilton AB pitch by pitch.
It starts him out with a couple of good fastballs, 93, but he missed with both of them. Then the slider that Josh chased, another slider that he chased. Now it's 2-2. He misses with a cutter and missed with a fastball. Josh worked the walk. Marlin grounded out to short back in the 6th inning with a man in scoring position. The Mariners had the infield in, man on third base, as a matter of fact, and 1 out.
Unusual for Rhodes. 11 out of 19 pitches have missed. Go ahead man is Murphy at second base. The pressure's on the third base coach, Mr. Walbeck, a little bit right now. If there's a base hit to the outfield, do you send him?
I would say you'll probably see him be sent.
Murphy's already gunned a Seattle Mariner down at home plate tonight.
I'd say unless it's a one-hop shot to Ichiro, then you might not. Time to break that over.
The Rangers, though, they're not going to help out Arthur Rhodes, and that's one of the hallmarks of this year's Ranger team. Just not swinging for the heck of it up there. Very patient. Now the count 2-1 to Bird. Two and two.
Took something off that pitch. Got a battle now. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Marlin last year an outstanding 2-strike hitter. Part of why he had 70 runs batted in last year. Sounds like he broke his bat on that swing.
He ran that after the changeup. He ran that 93-mile-an-hour fastball in on the fist.
Remember last year, Marlin was the guy headed to AAA off a major league season in which he had hit .223 the year before for Washington. But he went to the Rangers AAA stop in Oklahoma with a great attitude. He came up to the big club and he was huge. Trying to check his swing. He did. It's another full count. Taken inside.
That was close.
3 straight walks. Brandon Boggs, the batter. There's some close calls at home plate. Now Boggs going to be called back. Looks like Michael Young will come up instead. Take you back to the previous pitch, the check swing. And here's ball 4.
And it was inside. Very close, but not a strike.
Now Michael Young held out of the lineup tonight. He's got that broken ring finger, the fracture. Tried to tough it out last night. Struck out 3 times, though. And tonight they figured, well, let's give Michael a night off. It ends up as 7.5 innings off. He's going to pinch hit with the bases loaded, 1 out. interesting. He's never had a hit against Arthur. And he wasn't making great contact yesterday, but this guy has been Mr. Clutch for years for the Rangers, and it's a clutch situation here. Fly ball left center field. Murphy is getting set to tag. And he's coming down the line. David Murphy scores! It's 4-3.
That was just like the All-Star game. A fly ball just deep enough to score the go-ahead run.
7 innings earlier.
That's right. Thank you, Michael.
Well, that won a game for Terry Francona. And now as the Rangers try to chase down Terry Francona and the Boston Red Sox, here's Michael coming through. Three walks and a sac fly, and Jim Riggleman's going to make a pitching change here. Arthur Rhodes had to be restrained from getting at Paul Nauert just a moment ago. I'm sure not real happy about that at bat with Bird. One way or another, Arthur Rhodes was going to be out of the game, but
the umpire didn't see that. He threw the ball at him. Not that it would have hurt. He just rolled it in that direction.
Mark Lowe is going to be the pitcher as the Rangers have taken a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. And a very upset Arthur Rhodes leaves the mound, leaves the field. And on comes Mark Lowe. 4-3 Texas on the Michael Young sac fly. We're back in just a moment.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton.
And all my games are live on MLB.tv.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching. Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear. Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games.
4-3 in the 8th inning. The Michael Young sac fly got it done against Arthur Rhodes.
It wasn't an extremely deep fly ball, but it was deep enough. And David Murphy was on third base with good speed. And I think even though Reed made a pretty strong throw home, just didn't have time to get Murph.
Hey, boy, Murph! Hey, great at bat, Murphy. I beg you, get on base.
Supportive commentary from one Ian Kinsler in the dugout. And now Mark Lowe. Maybe we'll face Ian if the inning really gets going from here. But right now, Mark Lowe is getting set to face Chris Davis, as the Rangers have taken a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. And here are the numbers on Mark Lowe, the 4-1-1, if you will. Second time we've seen Lowe in this series. Houston native and a guy that played here locally. UT Arlington for a couple of years. Now the Rangers, who had the one-run victory yesterday, looking for another such victory here, although they can still pull away. Got a couple on, got a chance for Davis. Davis has a double tonight in 3 at-bats. Now, Texas has been out hit 10-7 tonight, but much more importantly, leading 4-3.
The last 2 runs, one is scored on a catcher's throwing error into center field, and this one on a sac fly after 3 walks.
Ground ball foul, 0-2. Well, the Yankees won tonight. Boston lost tonight. Minnesota's about to lose tonight. Chicago's up 8-3 in the 9th. Boy, Detroit and Cleveland tied 12-12 in the 10th. Davis down on strikes. It'll be up to C.J. Wilson to seal the deal now. The Michael Young sac fly has given the Rangers a 4-3 lead at the end of 8.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ryan.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
TexasRangers.com with the Daily Rewind game recap. Check it out at TexasRangers.com. Well, the Rangers ahead 4-3 going to the 9th. C.J. Wilson has been undone once this year by Kenji Jojima, a 9th inning game tying home run. And a chance for some revenge right here. C.J. about to face Kenji Jojima. Then Willie Bloomquist and then Ichiro. Not an easy 9th inning ahead for C.J. Outside to begin things, and there are some defensive changes to tell you about. Vasquez moves to third. Michael Young stays in the game. He have the go-ahead sac fly. Chris Davis gets bumped along to first base. Frank Catalanato ends up in left field. Now C.J. very deliberate getting going here. Here's that second pitch to Jojima. He rams it right by him. The Rangers trailed twice tonight, 2-0 and 3-2. They have just now taken their first lead. Remember, yesterday they were leading all the way, lost that lead in the top of the ninth, then regained it in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Let's not do that tonight.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I'm voting for no bottom of the ninth.
You want that clean save here. You want that 1-2-3 non-Mitch Williams thing.
There you go.
Getting away. Almost hit him.
Almost hit him. He was in the ninth inning last night. Key factor with a hit by pitch.
Rangers trying to go up in the series here, 2-1. There's Jojima down on strikes. You can keep the antacid tablets in your pocket for now. One down. Willie Bloomquist to the plate.
Good location with that fastball. The one pitch that Jojima has hurt the Rangers on, the type of pitch has been something on the inner half of the plate. That was a good fastball up and away. Got him to chase it. Looked like a good pitch, though. Jojima asked the umpire whether it was a strike. Paul Nauert nodded, so he was ready to call it a strike.
Arthur Rhodes had a big issue with that Paul Nauert strike zone in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rangers ended up with a sac fly RBI, pinch hit sac fly RBI from Michael Young. To right field. On the move is Murphy. He flags it down, out number 2. Now you got to go get Ichiro. That's a big running catch right there by David Murphy. Now CJ, who's very in tune with the teachings from the Far East, has gotten into Tao, gotten into that Aikido philosophy, where you just try and stay calm, let the other guy wear himself out. And he's facing Ichiro, who absolutely can wear a pitcher out. In a 4-3 game here in the 9th inning. Ground ball past third. Ichiro trucking towards first base. He's safe. That's the second time he's done that tonight. Just tap it to the left side and run.
How about Ichiro's hits tonight? He's got 3 hits in the ball game. A broken bat, little ground ball to third. This ground ball to short, and a bunt.
Nice stretch by Davis over there, but once it got by Vasquez, nothing Michael Young could do. Jose Vidro will come on to pinch hit. It's a guy who's fallen out of favor in Seattle, as that batting average has dipped down to .226, but he can swing the bat right-handed. He is a go-ahead man here in the top of the 9th. Ichiro almost toppled off the bag right there. Here again is where the Zen master, C.J. Wilson, just tries to relax and stay focused and do what he has been trained to do in this situation. He's going to go after Vidro in a 4-3 ball game. Didn't quite get the clean 1-2-3 inning that you were hunting for there, Tag, but
no, but we're still in good shape. My main concern is no bottom of the ninth.
That pitch drifting outside. Ibanez on deck. Rangers Live coming up after the game is done. Crowd of around 24,000 here tonight. Trying to see if the Rangers can again get to 4 games over 500. Two and one. Could have been.
Could have been. Close.
.23 saves for C.J. Wilson this year. Three and one. CJ making sure that clay doesn't stick in those spikes. Trying to summon one final out here to give the Rangers the win. Chop ball. CJ Wilson's got it. Plants, fires. Ball game! Save number 24. And the Rangers beat Seattle 4-3. Michael Young, like you said, Tag, just like the All-Star game, the game-winning sac fly.
Yeah, he pinch hit, got a pitch that he got up in the air. Not a particularly deep fly ball, but deep enough. Reed made a good throw, but David Murphy beat the throw home with a slide, and Rangers pick one up 4-3.
Hamilton another home run tonight. Boggs a home run tonight. The Rangers take it by the final of 4-3. C.J. Wilson getting Vidro for the final out. And that again.